you call me, do you feel alone? I know that you miss me, but
Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of our new series called Meaningful Physical Education. In this block of series, we will be discussing several topics related to physical education teaching. Topics such as classroom management strategies, behavioral plans, differentiation, how to construct the unit plan, and so on. In this first episode, I'm going to share some of my favorite classroom strategies. Are you ready? So let's go! Even though different than other subjects, physical education shares some of the same teaching principles and strategies, and some of them are setting expectations and sticking to them consistently, modifying the rules for students with special needs or who require extra help, maintaining vigilance, and at the same time establishing a good environment. Once students know what to expect, it will be easier for them to channel their energy and their excitement into something more meaningful, and that's why it's very important to work on these routines in the beginning of the school year. These routines include entering and exiting the gym, getting out equipment, putting away equipment, transitions, trips to bathroom, and etc. If you're a lower grade PE teacher, then instead of having a whistle, you can try having a command word. I've been using iceberg with my grade ones, so when I call out iceberg, they have to freeze and stop whatever they're doing. But you can use other words such as ice cream or popsicle. Just make sure it's fun for them. And don't be afraid to drill these routines over and over and over. It will save you a lot of time in the future. By knowing the name of all of your students, you will be able to provide feedback, both positive and corrective, as needed across the gymnasium. I've recently started working at a Japanese school and I have close to 200 students. Yeah, 200 students. So I know how difficult it is to memorize all of their names. It took me ages before I knew everyone's name. But it will save you from a lot of embarrassing situations such as, "Hey you with the blue shoes, can you please stop touching the hula hoop?" And then you find out that half of your class is actually wearing blue shoes. And yes, that happened to me. This one I learned from a mentor when I was doing my teaching practice, and basically means that you should always face your students, never give your back to them, because this will allow you to control the environment, and at the same time you'll be able to stop off-task behavior as soon as it starts. So remember, whether you're talking to your students or demonstrating a skill or a game, always keep your students in front of you. Turning your back to them will only encourage them to engage in off-task behaviors, such as making funny faces behind you or talking to the person next to them. This next one is related to knowing your students' names and also involves having an eye on your back, or a third eye. What do I mean by having a third eye? It means that during a lesson, you will have to know what is going on, even without looking to a student or a group of students. I often tell this to my students: just because I'm not looking at you, it doesn't mean that I don't know what you're doing. Just scan the learning environment and process what is happening at that time during the lesson. Positively pinpointing students not only reinforces the students who are on task, but it also encourages the students who are off task to do what you're asking. An example of this could be, "I like the way Yuki walked to put away her equipment. Yuki, can you please put your equipment away again so that we can all watch?" My suggestion would be having your consequences clearly posted next to the gym rules. and clearly enforcing them. This will give a strong message to your students that you care about your lesson, that you talk the talk and walk the walk. Does it make sense? These are just some of my favorite classroom management strategies. In future videos, I plan to share other strategies that I've been successfully implementing in my lessons. Well, how about you? Do you have any favorite classroom management strategy? Well, if you do, please share it with me by leaving a comment below. Before I finish this video, I just want to share a book that I've been reading lately, and you can find a lot of great tips about classroom management strategies related to physical education there. This is the book. I'll leave a link with the book in the description below. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed our first episode, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, happy teachings.